O'Hara back with us in the studio this morning, here to answer your legal questions, and it's good to have you back, Charlie.
Good to be here.
We have a couple on the line. We'll go ahead and get to these right now. Hi there, what's your question for Charlie?
Yes.
Go right ahead. Good morning.
Good morning. I was wondering if a mother had a baby and give the baby the maiden name of her.
Okay.
And then later got back together with the father, and they're doing real well, and they're trying to do everything they can for the baby. How hard would it be to get the baby's name changed to the father's name?
Well, I don't think it'd be very hard at all. Obviously, the father would have to agree. I don't know what's on the birth certificate, but you could probably go to court and get that done. I mean, I don't think that's an involved process at all if everybody's agreeable. Now, if they're not agreeable, it can get a little dicey, but as long as everybody's agreeable, I think you could probably go to an attorney and get that done pretty easily.
And we had a similar question like this last week about changing your name as an adult as well, which is a similar process.
Yes, I mean, I don't think there's going to be much difference between a child and an adult, but you can have that done. I mean, we've had some basketball players that changed their name, I think, to Meta World Peace and some other things. So, and some football players have done it too.
Ocho Cinco sounds familiar.
That's correct.
Okay, Charlie, thanks.
Okay.
Great question. We have time now for another one this morning. Hi there. What's your question for Charlie?
I want to know, how can you get power of attorney over your spouse?
Well, a power of attorney is actually very easy to get. There's just a form that you basically need to get and fill all out and have it notarized, and somebody can swear that you basically run their everything going on in their life, and that means their bank accounts and anything that they do. It's a document that if you have it, you're basically like the other person. You run all their financial things and make their decisions for them.
Does that include, medical decisions as well?
It does, yes.
Okay.
And it's really kind of for somebody that's incapacitated. Now, you could be incapacitated because of thought process or illness or something like that, that you're not in a situation you can make those decisions usually.
Okay.
And if you are not, then a power of attorney is going to help you a lot because, for instance, your spouse could make all those decisions for you.
Okay. You know, Charlie, we have been hearing a lot about this Aaron Hernandez case up in New England. We just talked about it a minute ago. He was taken into police custody today. And, I think initially, because this is a murder investigation, everyone goes to a certain kind of assumption. And you and I were talking, on a case like this, he's been arrested for obstruction of justice. There's a big difference on, arrested for murder charges. Yeah,
a huge difference. I mean, obstruction of justice is basically at some level trying to obstruct the police from doing what they're doing. For instance, you don't tell them the truth about what happened or your involvement or where something is, you lie. I mean, it happens a lot when people come in and lie about who they are and give a different name, then they say, well, you're obstructing what happened. In a case like that, it might be that you wouldn't tell where the body's been hidden, or you wouldn't tell what really happened, and you lie about that. It's usually a much different punishment. I mean, in this state, you're probably not going to go to prison even though it's involved in a murder case because it's a much more minor crime. What it does to his NFL career is, of course, a huge difference. I mean, I don't know what the NFL is going to do with something like that. They're not going to like that at all. And
I'm sure you've seen these types of cases before where it does have a huge impact, even if maybe they're cleared later, impact on their personal and professional lives.
Oh, well, anytime someone's charged with a crime, especially a serious crime, it can destroy their life, basically. They're going to have to change their life. I mean, if they're a professional or if they're a teacher or if they're something like you on the news, if you get charged with a crime, somebody may not ever hire you again. So it can really, even though you're acquitted.
Okay, well, thanks, Charlie.
Thank you.
We'll continue to follow the Aaron Hernandez story, of course, so how can we not? It's everywhere this morning.
It looks like it.
Thank you, Charlie.